This video is all about how the subconscious is constantly working with the quantum field. Now, I have a perfect scenario that happened to me that I would love to explain because I think it's going to help make a lot of sense. My journey started when I chose to read the book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. And in this book, right, I read the whole book. It was kind of a tough book to fully understand. There were a lot of deeper concepts, I guess, and I didn't really fully understand it. But what I do know is that our subconscious mind is always able to pick up on everything that exists. It can pick up on the things that you can't see. That's your subconscious mind, okay? So what happens is, I was reading this book. Now, there are conscious things that I learned. Okay, there are conscious things that I learned in the book right away, such as there was a part where, he's talking about never saying, I can't afford that. Like if you're looking at a car that you really want, you never say things like, oh, I wish I could afford that, or oh, well, I'll never get that. It's always, how can I afford that? How can I afford that? Universe, that's mine. How can I afford that? And then feel it. Oh, feel yourself driving in it. And if you're at the shop, or if they allow you to sit in it and just try, do that, because that's really gonna make your mind be like, yeah, dude, this is real. Your mind doesn't know the difference between the actual experience and the experience that it's having in itself, like in the mind. So anyways, now there are subconscious things that also are being stored. They're being stored as energetic frequencies. So there's always, everything exists, right? Think of a radio station. 95.9 exists, 98.1, 99.5, whatever it is. 101, they all exist as a frequency in the infinite field. Now, all of that knowledge is attached to one of those infinite things. And you have to become something new. You have to become something new by creating the synapses in your mind of the new belief, because a new belief is always enacted by a new behavior. Becoming something new means you are going to be doing new things. Every single day, I make content. I make videos for TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Not every day for YouTube, but I'm getting to that place. I'm doing all that I can right now to make the content because I am a content creator. So I'm just doing what I can. And eventually, the final outcome of the reality that I know, where I am every day waking up making content, and that is my life, meanwhile with all the supplements and the things that I have out in the world, that's the bigger picture. But I'm on level 1 right now, right? I'm just sitting here, like, think of it like a video game. I'm on level 1. The star that I want, the dream reality that I want, is on level 10. I got 10 different stages of becoming. So every stage is a new behavior, until you're completely not choosing any of the old behaviors, which means you are no longer who you used to be. You are completely something new. And that is the stages of becoming something new. And then you get the star. Boom, your reality shows up and you're like, wow, my dreams are here. And to hold the frequency is gratitude. Gratitude is the most powerful emotion that you have, okay? So authenticity is the highest vibrational frequency that you can have, though. And I know that was a little random, a little off. So let me try to get back to this. So the subconscious stores all of that information as a frequency, okay? Let's say a piece of that book was something that I consciously didn't even think about. I consciously had no idea. I heard it, it kind of resonated. That's the subconscious, like being like, oh, that's definitely something for later. But I moved on. Now, about a year later, I had to go through all these levels, right? Now I'm on level 6, let's say, by this time, okay? Now, my subconscious mind has a frequency of that stored information because everything is energy. Every single thing is energy. Everything. If you can conceptualize it. The fact that I can say these words to you right now means it's energy, because the words mean nothing. It's just energetic frequency, that's hitting your cochlea through the screen, and your mind's interpreting that information, which is wave, into whatever this means to you. Because only you are the one holding the belief of what this means to you. Either you think I'm wonkers and crazy and woo-woo, or you think I'm really on to something that means something deeper to you. You know, a seed of information, or your soul is understanding what I'm saying. So, those frequencies, they exist. That means that frequency is a potential of anything. So let's say that piece of information from the book is 101.1, and now that frequency connected. Because I took an action, and the action I took was based on what I learned about myself through level 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now I'm on level 6, as I said. All of those levels, I was taking little actions towards the things that I needed. Like in the book, it said you need to learn business intelligence, right? There's a multitude of different intelligences: emotional intelligence, intellectual intelligence, business intelligence, all different types of intelligences. And I was like, okay, what the hell is business intelligence? What does that mean? Oh, wow. Understanding money, tax code, investment, assets, liabilities. There's a ton of different aspects of financial intelligence. How do you get a business loan? What is an SBV loan if you're a veteran? All kinds of different things. How much do products cost? Where do you get vendors? How do you... And I was like, too much information overload. That's what those levels, though, taught me. That I needed to become somebody who had business intelligence for the dream life I want. So I'm on level 6, and all of a sudden I started using this budgeting software, and I was afraid of it. I was overwhelmed by it. I was like, God, I don't want to do this. I really don't want to do this. But I did it anyways. And I was like, fine, I'm going to watch a YouTube video, and I'm just going to learn the software and do it because I need to budget. I have too much money coming in from too many places. If I don't know how to budget and do these things, you know, have an accountant, I'm going to freaking screw this all up. And I knew that. And I had to be honest with myself. From level 1, I want to mention this. Level 1, the first thing I had to admit was that I did not have business intelligence. That I was not business intelligent. I had to admit that to myself. That way I could just get over it and say, you know what, universe, this is who I am. I am someone who does not have business intelligence, and I accept that, and I am grateful for that, and I own that. That's who I've been being. But I want to be someone who has business intelligence now. And I'm grateful that it is. I'm grateful that I know it exists in the familiar, in the potential of everything. And universe hears me and says, all right, now opportunities start coming my way, and I start taking them, starting on level 1. Each opportunity that I have taken has grown me into being on level 6. Now on level 6, I'm watching this YouTube video, I'm doing this app. And the next thing you know, he says, what I want you to know from this software is that we are going to teach you how to make every single dollar work for you. You need to put your money to work. What happened was a synapse in my brain, neuroplasticity. The brain changed its way of thinking. It changed itself. It's malleable, and science shows us that. Through neuroplasticity. 2 neurons that were not firing and wiring together because it didn't have the energy from the potential yet. Your brain was trying to collapse these, or it was trying to connect these 2 neurons so that it could show you in reality that it is true, that it is the truth. And you have to hold the frequency so that that wave can find the synapse that's trying to happen in your mind with the 2 neurons connecting. Okay? And what happened in that moment was that frequency from the potential, boom, snap. A little energetic synapse happens in my mind, and I go, whoa, now I see it and I cannot unsee it. I have now become financially intelligent. Or excuse me, business intelligent. Oh God, didn't I have such a smooth transition too? I was like, financially intelligent. Business intelligence. I upgraded now. Level 7. Still not the dream reality. Still not the dream reality. I still see it, and oh God, do I see it even more and more every day. In 2 days from now, I'm going to hold my first product in my hand. You know how amazing that is? Whew! It's amazing. And I'm flying out to Washington, and I'm meeting with my business partner. I'm going to make a video on that as well, but I'm going to hold this in my hand, my first product that him and I put together. It's just, whew, I got to just take a moment to be grateful for that right now. Anyways, level 7, here we are. Okay, that new synapse, I'm becoming something new. Because of the action that I took. Look, I didn't want to use the software. It was overwhelming. It was unknown to me. I thought, I'm never going to know how to do this. I'm not a financial person. I don't know how to budget. I don't know how to do this. That's what I was telling myself. I procrastinated for weeks before finally I said, in my meditation the night before, I said, tomorrow I am the person who knows how, or at least starts and understands the foundation of financial planning. And I will use the app that I researched, by the way. I did a ton of research on finding the best software that I could use that would really promote me, that I was willing to invest in to be able to help me truly understand and get this. And I made the right choice. And the next day, I followed suit. I chose to love myself and take action, even though I was afraid. And I did. And that synapse that happened about putting my money to work for me made so much sense. Because what you have to do in finance is understand exactly where your money's going and why it's going there. You have to understand things like ROI, return on investment. You have to understand what LLCs are and why you don't want to own anything, and the trusts. And you want to understand that when they say tax the rich, it doesn't exist. The rich doesn't give themselves from their corporations. They don't sell off their assets. They take what they need, a couple million, and that's what they're taxed on. And their whole life is basically free, because imagine someone who's friends with Jeff Bezos. You think that he's going to go to a restaurant and pay for anything. He's Jeff Bezos. He probably knows the restaurant owner. He's not going to restaurants like you and I can assure you that. So it's not like he pays for the meal. He doesn't have to, because I'm sure in exchange, he probably gives the chef or whoever owns it free Amazon for life or something like that, because that's the value of what he has to offer the world. So money doesn't exist like you think. Money is a tool. That's business intelligence, and you got to learn how to put your money to work for you. So this whole story is about becoming something new. Look, I am now on a new level. I am now on a new level. The things that I'm telling you in this video about finance, I paid a lot of money to learn and understand and to become. And I'm sharing that information here with you because I know the value of what it means to become something new. The value of this information. It's why I pay. It's why I don't really share a lot of my one-on-one coaching right now, because I can't handle the volume of, when I set it up and I had a calendar, the amount of people that were wanting to coach with me, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. It was too much. But if you are interested in one-on-one coaching and you DM me or you find me on Instagram or TikTok or whatever the case is, we can talk about that. And if you are truly, genuinely ready, I am willing to find a way to work with you. But I am not in a place in my life. I know too much and I've come too far to waste my time on anyone who is not ready, because I can never change you. But if you're ready to change, I can help you do that. I can help you become something new. It's what I do. That is what I do. I understand things that most people don't, and there's a reason for that. But all the information is out there. I'm just compiling all the things I've been able to synthesize into this type of information to help other people. I show up here on camera for you because I know this is helping somebody. And so to conclude all of this, it all started with being honest with who I am. If you can't be honest with yourself, if you can't say, you know what, I have the financial situation I have because of me, because I don't have business intelligence. And maybe I don't have the emotional intelligence right now to be able to even tell myself that. So maybe I got to start with emotional intelligence before I can get to business intelligence. Because business intelligence you need to take your ego out of it. I will tell you what, when you are speaking with investors or you are talking to people that are make or break for decisions that you are choosing in your business, you better be careful and you better not let your emotions get involved or you will lose. So take this and learn that if you want to become something new, it's possible. If you can think about it, it's possible. But there are stages. You have to level up to get that star of your dream reality. And you can by thinking it, feeling it as if it already exists. When you focus on something, you're telling your brain, think of two magnets. These are two neurons trying to find each other and connect. And they're, a negative and a positive side pushing against each other because what they need is the potential to collapse it. And once those neurons connect, your brain rewires itself and you no longer think the old way. And then those new ways of thinking allow you to feel differently and they allow you to change the way you look at things. And then you start taking the action. You have to take action. You must take action. And it's not just about action, it is aligned action. If you cannot take aligned action towards the things you want and you're constantly just going to give in to the now, like the dopamine now and the things you want now, rather than holding off and doing the things you don't want to do to get to where you actually want to go, that level 10, that star, that dream reality, then I'm sorry, but you're never going to make it. You are never going to get there if you can't be honest with who you are right now. That's the first step. If there's anything that you get from this video, know that this experience that I'm sharing with you is proof that it is real. It is proof that it is real, and that's why you're here watching this. But the journey starts with being honest about who you are. It's okay not to tell anybody else that right now. Eventually, you won't care what other people think. For now, it's just between you and the universe. Be honest and tell the universe who you've been. And then every single night, I urge you to meditate. I urge you to meditate. Find a way to tell your mind what's important to you and who you want to be. And then the very next day, if you so much get as lucky to take another breath and do it, take the action and do what you said you're going to do. Who do you want to be tomorrow? Let me know in the comments. That actionable step, just typing it into the comments, that alone is telling your mind what's important to you. That's action towards who you want to be. I appreciate you being here.